Assi- Today we will start the interrupts of the ARM microcontroller. First one is the assigning interrupts. It is up to the system designer who can decide which HW peripheral can produce which the interrupt. That means, but the system designer have adopted a standard design for the assigning interrupt. SWI are used to the call privileged operating system routines. IRQ are assigned to the general purpose interrupts like the periodic timers. And the FIQ is the reserved for the one single interrupt source that requires the fast response time. Next one is the interrupt latency. In that interrupt latency, it is the interval of the time from an external interrupt signal being raised to be the first fetch of an instruction of the ISR of the raised interrupt signal. System architecture try to achieve two main goals. That one, the first main goal is the handle multiple interrupts simultaneously, and second one is the minimize the interrupt latency, and that can be done by the two methods. First one method is the allow nested interrupt handling, and second one is the give priorities to the different interrupt source. In that figure, enabling and the disabling interrupt, this is done by the modifying the CPSR. This is done by using only three ARM instruction. First one is the MRS. MRS, that is the to read the CPSR. Second one is the MSR, that is the to store the CPSR. Then third one is the BIC, it is the bit clear instruction, and fourth one is the ORR, that is the OR instruction. In that programming, the read the CPSR, then store the CPSR, then bitwise clear the instruction and the OR instruction. Interrupt stacks. In that stacks are needed extensively to content switching between the different modes when the interrupts are raised. The design of the acceptations stacks depends on the two factors. First one is the operating system requirement, and second one is the target hardware. A good stacks design tries to avoid the stacks overflow because it is the causes instability in the embedded systems. In that interrupt stacks, two designs decision need to made the stacks. That means the first is the location of the stacks and the size of, and second one is the size of the stacks. In that, the benefits of this layout is that the vector table remains the untouched if the stacks overflow occurred, and in that the first row the traditional memory layout. Interrupt handling scheme, that is the non-nested interrupt handling scheme, that is the figure shows in the picture. Then this is the simplest interrupt handler, and the interrupt are disabled until the control is the returned back the interrupt task, and the one interrupt can be served at that the time. Not suitable for the complex embedded systems. The next one is the nested interrupt handling scheme first. That is the figure shows the nested interrupt handling scheme. In that figure, disable interrupts, save contents, interrupt handler, ISR, restore content, and the interrupt somewhere here. That means the interrupt is the interrupt handler and the ISR routines. Handling more than one interrupt at that the time possible by the enabling interrupts before the fully serving the current is the interrupt. That means the latency is the improved, system is more complex, or the no difference between the interrupts by the priorities. Some normal interrupts can block the critical interrupts. That is the first scheme of the nested interrupt handling scheme. Then next is the second nested interrupt handling scheme. This picture shows about the nested interrupt handling scheme second. In that figure consists the handler prepare stack switch mode, constructs a frame, enable interrupts, and the complete the serving interrupts. The nested interrupt handler scheme, the handler tested the flag that is the updated by the ISR. Re-enabling interrupts require switching out of current interrupt mode to either the SVC or the system mode. Content switches involves the emptying the IRQ stacks into the reserved block of the memory on the SVC stacks called the stack frame. Interrupts handling scheme prioritizes the simple interrupt handling associated a priority level with the particular interrupt source. Handling polarization can be done by the software or the hardware. When the interrupt signal is raised, a fixed amount of the comparison is done, so the interrupt latency is the deterministic. But this is could be the considered is that the disadvantages. Interrupt handling scheme, there are the some other schemes which are actually modification to the previous schemes as follows. Then the first is the re-entered interrupt handler, polarized standard interrupt handler, and the polarized grouped interrupt handler. In that the re-entered interrupt handler re-enable interrupts earlier and the support properties, so the latency is the reduced. Then second one is the polarized standard interrupt handler. In that interrupt handler arrange the priorities in the special way to reduce the time needed to the decided on the which interrupt will be handler. And third one is the group some interrupts into the subset which has the priority level. This is the good for the large amount of the interrupt source. That is the content switching is one of the main issue affecting the interrupt latency, and the resolved the ARM-FIQ mode by the increasing number of the banked registers. We can't decided on the one interrupt handling scheme to be the used as the standard in all systems. It depends on the nature of the systems. That means the what type of the interrupts are there and the how many interrupts are there. Thank you.